Look, my channel has 200,000 total views and I've made over six figures from YouTube. Multiple six figures in revenue, and I know what you're thinking. That's not a lot of views for that kind of money. Exactly. I was on a call with a client last week and I told him something that changed how he thinks about YouTube. Most business channels out here are acting like influencers, chasing views, chasing subscribers, and chasing likes. But as business owners, we chase clients and we chase cash. There's a massive difference between the two. Let me show you what I mean with real numbers. Ayrton did $1.5 million in revenue, and some of his videos have just 200 views. James, when we started working with him, he had just 8,000 subscribers and a couple of thousand views per video, and he scaled his entire business from that. We had another client sign his first client in 3 weeks, and his views were getting just 200 to 300 views each. So stop asking yourself, how many views did I get? And start asking, how many qualified prospects saw my content? Because here's what actually matters. Does your content position you as the expert? That's it. That's the whole game. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how they did it. Everything you're about to see is linked in the description. So the full document, all the templates, every single thing, just have to click. Here's how your buyers actually find you. Here's the thing most people miss about YouTube. Your buyers aren't scrolling for fun. They're not looking for entertainment. They're searching YouTube because they have a problem in their business and they need an answer and they need it fast. Let me walk you through what exactly happens when someone becomes a client from YouTube. First, they hit a problem, something specific. Let's say they can't figure out how to upload ads into Facebook Ad Manager. And they go on YouTube and they type, how to upload ads to Facebook Ad Manager. They find your video, you walk them through it step by step, you solve their problem in like 8 minutes, and right there, in their mind, you just became the authority. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Okay, that was helpful. I can do this myself. So they try to implement what you taught them. They start working on it. That's when they realize there's way more to this than they thought. All these moving pieces, all these nuances, all these things that can go wrong. And they have this moment in their mind of, wait, I don't want to figure this all out on my own. I need someone who already knows how to do this. That's when they reach out. Let me give you another example of how this plays out. Someone's thinking about starting a YouTube channel for their business. They watch your video on how to come up with video ideas. It's a solid video. They see you know what you're talking about. They notice you have a done for you service in the description. So they watch another video. This one's on script writing. Then another one on thumbnail psychology. After spending 30-40 minutes watching your content, they're thinking this person clearly knows their stuff. And honestly, YouTube looks like a lot more work than I thought. Why should I spend months figuring this out when I could just hire them and have it done, right? And then they book a call. Now, here's the real reason why giving everything away works. This is going to sound backward, but stay with me. When someone spends 30 to 60 minutes learning your system, two things happen that completely change the sales dynamic. First, they understand how deep your expertise goes, and they see how complex the work actually is. They're not just impressed by you, they are overwhelmed by the work. Second, they build a relationship with you. Not a real one, but it feels real to them. They know your voice, how you explain things, and how you think through problems. They feel like they know you now. So that when they get on a sales call with you, it's not like talking to some random person they found online. They already trust you. They're comfortable. They've spent an hour learning from you. And that changes everything about the close rate. YouTube leads generally close at 50% or higher. Cold leads, even if you're good at sales, maybe close at 30%. That's a 20-point gap between struggling to hit your revenue goals and scaling past them. So here's why small audiences work better than you think. Here's something that'll shift your perspective on views. Less than 3 million businesses in the US make over $100,000 a year. Think about that. Your target market for high-ticket services is actually tiny compared to YouTube's total audience of billions. But that's not a weakness. That's actually what's going to work for you. When 300 people watch your video, that's not just a number on a screen. That's 300 potential decision makers who are actively searching what you do. That's a packed conference room of qualified prospect. Even if it's 50 views, that's a full classroom of people who have the exact problem you solve. If you get 1,000 views, that's 1,000 real human professionals. That's 1,000 humans who have typed their topic in the search bar because they need help with it. Once you start thinking about views like that, everything changes. You stop chasing millions of random people and start focusing on attracting the right people, getting your targeting right. I see this mistake all the time. Business owners are trying to help everyone, creating random topics. And this leads to people who are confused, and confused people don't buy ever. So, what actually works is getting so specific with your targeting, you become the go to expert for this specific outcome. Here's the formula that I use with my clients. I help specific type of person achieve specific valuable outcome using unique mechanism. Here's a bad example. I help businesses grow. It could mean anything because since there's no specific meaning to it, that means nothing in the end to a person with a very specific problem. Now here's a good example. I help SaaS founders scale from 100,000 to 1 million in annual recurring revenue using strategic content marketing. See the difference? The second one immediately tells the right person, this is for me, and tells the wrong person, this isn't for me. And when you're the specialist for someone's exact situation, they don't shop around, they just buy. Here are the three types of videos you need to make this work. Every video you make should fit into these three categories. Action-based videos. They're step-by-step tutorials that show up in search. Someone has a problem and they search for the solution and they find your video. Here are some examples. The new way to sign your first agency client in 2026. How to build a website in scratch in Webflow. You're literally walking them through it. Step 1, do this. Step 2, click here. Step 3, do that. This brings new people into your world. Next one comes educational videos. This explains why something works but doesn't show the step-by-step. They position your methodology and build authority. Here's an example of what that looks like. What every e-commerce brand gets wrong and how to fix it. Or why this marketing method gets better results. Here you're teaching the why. For example, why they should run Facebook ads and why dropshipping works, or why agency is the best business model. Here you're educating them and not instructing them. Then you have client interviews and case study. This is where most of your booked in calls or your clients are going to come from. Now here are two formats that you can test. First is client interviews, where you jump on a Zoom call with a client that you've got success for and ask them questions. The main thing over here is getting the result in the first 30 seconds. You can start with asking them, before we get into anything, where were you before working with us and where are you now? And they'll say something like, I was at 50K a month and now I'm at 500K a month, and you guys completely transformed my business. You take that snippet and you put that in the hook. This is easy social proof. The second format is a case study breakdown. For example, how we took John from 50K to 500K per month through YouTube. You break down the exact steps. First, we did this. Then we did this. Here's how. You're walking through the entire process with proof integrated throughout. Next one, the free course video. This deserves its own section because it's both top of funnel and bottom of the funnel at the same time. One focused 60 to 90 minute video where you give away everything, your complete system, your best stuff. Then you link it in every video description and then you push traffic to it from other platforms and every other video. When you do this right, this video makes a ton of money because people watch it, realize how much work is involved, and eventually end up hiring you to do it for them. Before we keep going, if you want us to handle this for you, the ideation, the scripting, editing, thumbnail, SEO, everything, there's a link in the description. We do it all. All you do is record for 2 to 3 hours per month. Check it out if you want help building this system. First, let's start with showing you how to get video ideas. So there are two methods that work consistently. First method is to study adjacent industry competitors, not your direct competitors. For example, in adjacent ones, if you're a dropshipping coach, don't copy other dropshipping coaches. Look at what SMMA or social media marketing agency coaches are making videos about. You can use this to find their outlier videos, the ones that did way better than their average videos that they've been posting, then adapt those topics for dropshipping. The second method is to break down your service, take what you do and break it into 8 or 10 steps, and then make a video for each step. For my YouTube agency, that could mean like videos on coming up with ideas, videos on writing scripts, videos on thumbnail psychology, videos on using AI for editing. Each step becomes a video. If you run a dropshipping business, you'll make videos on making your LLC, finding your product, setting up your ad account, creating the ad creatives. Break it all down. Now here's how actually people find your videos. Someone searches, They find your content, they realize you are the expert, they watch more videos, they think, why would I do all this myself when this person can just do it for me? And then they book a call. Here's the important part. A lot of your views will come from recommended feed, not just searches. But here's what we've learned. When you optimize for search, you usually get recommended views too. And it's not the other way around. So optimize for search first, everything else follows. Now here's the video structure that gets clients. And here's the difference between videos that just get views and videos that get clients. And this comes down to structure. It starts with the hook. In the first 30 seconds starts with a specific result. For example, today I'm going to show you the exact system that helped Danielle scale from 80K to 200K a month in 90 days. Then you need social proof in the hook. People who have never heard of you are skeptical and they're looking for reasons to click off. Job is to prove them wrong immediately. After that, give a quick rundown of what you'll cover in the video and then get into it. For coaches, consultants, and SaaS companies, keep it tight, get to the point really fast. These people value their time. Now, for industries like make money online, drop shipping, you're in the B2C niche. You can add more story to the hook. Now, then establish context to the problem. Don't just describe the problem, reframe how they think about it. Show that you can understand their problems better than they can understand themselves. Then you add something known as a mid-video call to action. Around the 30 to 40% mark, sneak in a quick call to action in a way which is only 10 to 20 second long max. I started doing this a few months back and opt-ins went through the roof. And the reason is really simple. Look at any retention graph. Most people drop off by the end. Way fewer people see your CTA in the end of the video. So do it earlier, be smooth about it, 1 or 2 sentences, and then get back into the content. When it comes to the solution, give away your complete methodology. But while you're teaching it, show how complex it is. Show them how to do it, but also show them how hard it is. Real screenshots, real templates, real processes. Be completely transparent. This builds authority. Now, I give away almost everything, but I do keep a few things back. I don't show my full video ideation process. I don't show my complete YouTube SEO setup. I don't reveal all our automation sequences. Those stay with our paying clients, and it helps on our sales calls because people want those final pieces. They want the one-on-one access and the accountability and the team doing everything for them. But I show 98% of everything. The free content is better than most people's paid content. Then, complexity acknowledgement. This is the section that converts viewers into clients. You show them all the moving pieces, all the complexity they didn't see at first. Example, in a video about coming up with YouTube ideas, I'd say, cool, now you know how to come up with ideas, but you don't know how to write a script. You don't know how to find editors. You don't know how to make the thumbnail. You don't know how to optimize for SEO. You can come up with ideas that are great, but you still need help with everything else. And finally, the call to action. Be direct, be specific. Don't assume people will figure it out. Tell them exactly what you want them to do. For example, click the first link in the description if you want to help scaling your agency to 50K a month. Finding the right keywords. These are the terms people type into YouTube when they're ready to buy. If you have existing clients, ask them, what did you search on YouTube before you found me? If you're just starting out, use YouTube search suggestions. Type in your main topic and see what autocomplete suggestions show. Look at what your competitors' top videos are about. Here are some examples by industry. SaaS, scale SaaS, SaaS marketing, customer acquisition. And here for agencies, get agency clients, SMMA clients, how to get clients. For real estate leads, get listings, lead gen system. Then turn those keywords into video titles. For example, Scale SaaS now becomes the new way to scale SaaS to 1 million ARR in 2026. Or get agency clients becomes, I tried 10 ways to get agency clients. These 3 actually work. Then real estate leads becomes, this lead gen system gets you 50 qualified real estate leads per month. Here's your content calendar. 1 video per week, rotate between action-based, educational, and case studies. Keep rotating it. This is organic content. It takes time to work, but that's exactly why it works so well. Most people try YouTube for a few months, don't see immediate results, and quit. If you push through that initial phase, you enter a blue ocean because everyone else already gave up. And here's what to actually track. Most people track the wrong metrics. Stop obsessing over views and subscribers. Track what generates revenue. Here's what we track for ourselves and our clients: leads per video, strategy calls booked from YouTube, revenue from YouTube, content watch time percentage, click-through rate, 5 to 8% is good, and then finally comments. Now, for attribution and tracking, if you're running a big operation, use your CRM. If you're just starting out, duplicate your funnel and use a custom URL like yoursite.com/YouTube, or add a question in your Calendly asking, where did you find me? This way you'll know where your leads are coming in from very, very clearly, and you can actually track these metrics. Now, here are the two strategies that multiply results. The first strategy is to chain your videos together. At the end of every action-based video, point people to a case study or client interview or your free course using the end card feature while uploading your video. Then put links in the description and pin the comment. Make each video lead to the next, because YouTube rewards you for keeping people on the platform. If someone watches 8 of your videos back to back for 2 hours, YouTube thinks this creator is really good at keeping people engaged and pushes your content to more people. Plus, it builds more trust and improves your algorithm performance. Now, here's the second strategy: create content for different awareness levels. Not everyone looking for your content is in the same stage of their buyer journey. For problem-aware audience, this is what a title would look like: what every business owner gets wrong and how to fix it. They don't even know they have a problem yet. For people who are problem aware, you can go for a more direct title, which is stop doing cold outreach, do this instead for 10K clients, because they know they have a problem and you're showing them a better solution. Next stage, solution aware: how to write cold emails that book 15 plus sales calls per month. They already know cold email is the answer, and they're searching for specific tactics on how to fix it. So this way you're hit every stage and you're capturing people at every stage of awareness. Now, here are the mistakes that actually kill your conversion. The first mistake is being too broad and trying to help everyone. It means you end up helping no one. So you get specific about who you help and what outcomes you deliver. The second mistake is holding back your best stuff. Don't be the person who titles a video "How I Scaled 100 Clients Per Month" and then spends 20 minutes talking without teaching anything useful. That burns trust and they'll never buy from you. Start giving away your best content. Your free content should be better than most people's paid content. Third mistake I see really often is weak call to actions. Don't be vague and make people guess. Be specific. Click the link in the description if you want me to help you scale your coaching business to 30K per month. The fourth most common mistake is chasing views instead of leads. Stop making videos of "I bought a $500,000 car," "how I use cold email to sign 15 clients per month." This way you're optimizing for leads and not views. Now, why this actually works is when you give away your best insights for free, your prospects think, if this is what they give away for free, imagine what the paid version is like. Showing your methodology builds more trust than listing your credentials will ever do. Only qualified prospects will sit through the whole 30 plus minutes of your content, and this is your ideal clients self-selecting themselves. Long form content on YouTube shows expertise in ways short form content like TikTok and Instagram can't even touch. Instagram Reels gives you 60 seconds. YouTube gives you unlimited time to go deep and prove you know what you're doing. This approach builds a 24/7 sales system that qualifies prospects while you sleep, and it creates a competitive advantage through consistent value. And it becomes a lead source that compounds over time and justifies high prices through high value content. Ready to do this, but you want help? We help coaches, consultants, and SaaS companies turn their YouTube channels into client acquisition machines using the exact strategy. We handle ideation, scripting, editing, thumbnail, SEO, posting, everything. You just record 2 to 3 hours per month. We do the rest. If you want to work with us, click the first link in the description. You'll see a type form, fill it out, and apply. If you're a good fit, we'll talk. If you want to see more about getting clients from YouTube, check out our video on screen, and see you on the next one.